Hi friends, welcome to my lecture on NPSH, that is net positive suction head. So NPSH is the pressure head required to prevent cavitation. So this is a centrifugal pump. So this is the eye of the impeller. This one is the impeller. Then you can see the casing, the delivery pipe, suction pipe, and the water is being stored in the sub. And at the inlet of the pump or at the eye of the impeller, we will be having low pressure and water is being stored in atmospheric pressure. So due to this pressure difference, water will be entering from the sump to the impeller through the suction pipe, since we are having a low pressure region at the impeller. So due to this pressure difference, water will be entering from the sump to the impeller. And it should be noted that the pressure at the inlet of the pump or at the impeller must not be less than or equal to the vapor pressure of the liquid. So if the pressure at this region is less than or equal to vapor pressure of the liquid, cavitation will take place. So during my previous lecture, I have explained in detail about cavitation. So when a liquid is flowing through a pipe, and at a low pressure region, this liquid starts boiling so that bubbles will be formed, and these bubbles will get collapsed or burst at a high pressure region, and this results in the damage of the tube or the impeller. So it affects the efficiency and head of the pump. So the phenomenon of cavitation must be removed. So in order to prevent cavitation, the total pressure head available at suction side must be greater than the pressure corresponding to the vapor pressure. So the total pressure head available at suction side is equal to P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g, where P1 is the pressure at the inlet of the pump and V1 is the velocity by which the liquid is flowing through the suction pipe. So P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g, and the pressure corresponding to the vapor pressure is PV by rho g. So in order to prevent cavitation, total pressure head available at suction side must be greater than the pressure head corresponding to the vapor pressure, that is P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g must be greater than PV by rho g. That is P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g minus PV by rho g. This is NPSH. So this is the pressure required to prevent cavitation, where P1 by rho g is the absolute pressure head at inlet of the pump, V1 square by 2g is the velocity head, and PV by rho g is the vapor pressure head. So this is NPSH. So this is the pressure required to prevent cavitation. Now applying Bernoulli's equation at the free surface of liquid in the sump and section 1,1 in the suction pipe just at the inlet of the pump, and taking the free surface of liquid as the datum line. So this is section 1,1 and this is the free surface of liquid, and applying Bernoulli's equation between these two sections. So what will be the equation? That is, so this is like distance is Z1 or it is equal to Hs. Now applying Bernoulli's equation, at this point the pressure of the liquid is atmospheric. So Pa by rho g plus Va square by 2g, where Va is the velocity of liquid at the free surface of liquid, and this value will be equal to 0. Va is equal to 0 plus Za, that is height of free surface from datum line, and this value will also become 0 since this is the datum line, is equal to P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 plus loss at the suction side, or the major losses. Then this can be written as Pa by rho g, since Va is equal to 0, 0 plus Za, since this is the datum line, this is equal to 0 plus P1 by rho g plus V1, that is equal to Vs, that is the velocity of liquid through the suction pipe, Vs square by 2g plus Z1, which is equal to Hs, that is the height of inlet of the pump from the datum line, plus Hf. So P1 by rho g is equal to, Pa by rho g is equal to P1 by rho g plus Vs square by 2g plus Hs plus the losses. Then from here we can write P1 by rho g is equal to Pa by rho g minus Vs square by 2g plus Hs plus Hf. Now substituting the value of P1 by rho g in the equation of NPSH. So we know that NPSH is equal to P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g minus PV by rho g. Now substituting this value in equation number 1. So from 1. So we will get NPSH is equal to Pa by rho g minus Vs square by 2g plus Hs plus Hf plus V1 square by 2g. So V1 is equal to Vs. So Vs square by 2g minus PV by rho g. So it is equal to Pa by rho g minus Vs square by 2g minus Hs minus Hf plus Vs square by 2g minus PV by rho g. This is equal to, these two will get cancelled. So we will get Pa by rho g minus PV by rho g minus Hs minus Hf. So this Pa by rho g is the atmospheric pressure head, can be written as Ha, which is equal to Ha minus PV by rho g is the vapor pressure head, that is Hv minus Hs minus Hf. So NPSH is equal to Ha HA minus HV minus HS minus HF, or it can be again written as HA minus HS minus HF minus HV. So NPSH is the total head required to make the liquid flow through the suction pipe to the pump impeller. And this NPSH has two parts: NPSH available and NPSH required. So NPSH available is the absolute pressure at the suction part of the pump, and NPSH required is the minimum pressure required at the suction part of the pump to keep the pump from cavitation. And the value of NPSH A available must be greater than NPSH required to prevent cavitation. So NPSH available must be greater than NPSH required to prevent cavitation. And the value of NPSH required is given by the pump manufacturer, and the required NPSH value varies with the speed of the pump, the design of the pump, and the capacity of the pump. Now, how can you avoid cavitation? So it can be avoided by keeping the pump low, or if the liquid used is cold liquid, then the vapor pressure will be low. And the third one is reduce the suction losses. That is, reduce the pipe fittings on the suction pipe. Then lower the suction velocity. So by this we can avoid cavitation. Now, cavitation in centrifugal pump. So Thomas cavitation factor is used to indicate whether cavitation will occur in pump. So cavitation in centrifugal pump. So the value of Thomas cavitation factor sigma is equal to H atmospheric minus HV minus HS minus HF divided by H. So we know the equation for sigma in case of centrifugal pump, that is H atmospheric minus HV minus HS minus HF by H. And in case of pump, H is equal to HM. Therefore, H atmospheric minus HV and HS is equal to small letter hs minus HF divided by HM. And this numerator is the NPSH. So implies sigma is equal to NPSH by HM. So this is all about NPSH.